Okay, I need you to find section 6.4, these notes I gave you before we left for Christmas. It has A, B, C, A is graph, but it has section 6.4 written at the top. I need you to locate that. You put most of your notes on this page. I'm going to give you a little bit of information at the beginning, so you might want to flip the paper over and write this down. And you're going to need your graphing calculator, and if you can't locate it, use Desmos, because you've got that on your Clever page. Here we go. So what I want you to know is, first off, there is this location principle, which you've already used, so it's going to be new. Zeros of a function are located at the x-intercepts. Remember quadratics, we just looked to see what's crossing the x-axis. So there's also a zero between each pair of these zeros. So we're going to be locating the zeros, and we'll use our graphing calculator or Desmos to find those. This is new. We're going to be talking about the turning points of a function, and they're called the relative maxima and the relative minimum. Depends on the degree of the polynomial, how many max and mins we might have. So when we do these, we're looking, by the way, for the x-coordinates. So keep that in mind. What we did back with quadratics, when we were looking for max and min, we gave the y-coordinate. So you might want to make note of that you're looking for the x-coordinate. So let me put that here. So you might want to highlight. Okay, we're going to be looking for the max and min, but we want the x-coordinates now. Okay, so have your paper. The first thing says graph, so what I want you to do is to use your Desmos or graphing calculator to get the image. So I'll give you a minute to get it printed into the calculator or find Desmos. And then when you get that graphed out for x cubed plus 3x squared minus 4, I think I did mine on the graphing calculator. You should see something like this. Remember, here's your table. You can find your zeros. Right there they are, -2 and 1, and you can see that, -2 and 1. So that stuff's pretty easy. I want to spend just a minute showing you, here is this dip, that would be your relative min. And this little loop that goes up, even though it goes back down, this is called the relative max. And so they want the x-coordinates of where these are appearing. I do want you to sketch out what you see on your graphing calculator or Desmos, so do the best you can. And you can see A is the graph, so do that. B wants to know your zeros. And so I clearly can see that 1 and -2. I could see it on the table as well. So I went ahead and wrote those out. So I wanted to show you how to do the relative max and the relative min. I showed you where they were. So at x is -2 is the highest value that you'll see for the y. So you will say -2 for the relative max. The relative min, it dips down right here, the x-coordinate. See, this is your x-axis. The x-coordinate is 0, and so you'll say 0 there. So it's going to take some getting used to because we were doing a little different with quadratics. But here, relative max, relative min, you want the x-coordinates. So let's go do the next one, x cubed minus 4x squared plus x plus 6. This one I went and did on Desmos. So let me go find it and show you what I got. And anytime you want to use these for homework, you're welcome to do that. The only thing I guard you against is you can't use Desmos on tests, so you want to make sure you know how to use the graphing calculator too. So here's the picture we get. Again, you got one relative min here and one relative max here. I do want to point out while we're here, let's go and look at the zeros. This 0, -1. This 0 is 2, and this one's 3. So I already know my zeros. If your zeros ever are not on a definite point, you use the word between. So these, we're all right on top of pretty numbers. So remember, you can use the word between. Okay, so now let's talk about the relative max. So here's the relative max. This is what I want you to see. This order pair right here goes up to 6.065, where this one is 6. So don't be misled to say that your relative max is at 0. It's actually at 0.131. Well, in Algebra 2, they don't want you to actually have to go find these decimal values. So they want you to say that the relative max occurs between 0 and 1, okay? So you're going to be talking about the relative max occurs somewhere right here. Even though Desmos will tell you, it's just barely past the 0. So let me go back to this. Let me show you the graph. I graphed it out and I got the zeros listed. There they are. So let's take care of the relative maximum. So, see who have I got left? Oh, relative max is here. So I just showed you that you might accidentally say, well, it's right at 0. And that would be wrong because it actually tips over just a little bit higher right in here. So you want to say it's between 0 and 1. So we actually want to use the word between 0 and a positive 1. Okay. Now the min down here, you can tell he's probably about 2.5, but we don't have to worry about the decimal. Desmos will tell you where it is, but this you'll say between the 2 and the 3. So again, use your graphing calculator, Desmos, to help you with all these. But you're usually the 3 things they're asking is do the graph, find the zeros, and then the relative max and min.